starting the 2021 Vikings playlist a little sooner than I thought we were because today's breaking news is coming from The Athletic and Ian Rappaport, Chad Graff from The Athletic, and I believe Ian Rappaport put out a tweet about this, but it sounds like offensive coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings, Gary Kubiak, is considering retirement, which is a big deal because, well, for a number of reasons. So first, your reaction to this news. Do you want him to stay? Do you want him to leave? I think most of us are tired of the conservative play calling that we saw all year, establish the run, handoff on first down, handoff on second down, handoff on 3rd and 1, handoff when it's the 2-minute drill, handoff on 2nd and 18, and then every now and then throw in a few passes to make the offense look like it's balanced. So it's interesting because I think it's time for him to go. I've wanted structural change for a long time. Not saying that he's the root of the problem in all of this, but the play calling is uninspired and it leaves little to be to have confidence in. But the big deal, the reason that this is a big deal, is because most of the offensive coaching staff followed Gary Kubiak to Minnesota. His son Clint Kubiak is the quarterback's coach. You have Rick Dennison, who I believe is the offensive line tight end coach. And there was one other guy that they brought in with him. His name escapes me at the moment. But you got to wonder if Gary Kubiak decides to retire, leave his post as the offensive coordinator with the Minnesota Vikings, does the rest of the offensive staff follow him? I think Clint Kubiak probably does go. Because, and I wouldn't be upset about it because I'm already tired of the nepotism anyway from both Zimmer and Kubiak. And then you have to consider, this is the 6th offensive coordinator in 6 years for Mike Zimmer, the last 3 being DiFilippo and Kevin Stefanski. Now Kubiak is, the 3rd one. Where does he go from here? Does he promote one of the guys already on staff in hopes that the other people that followed Gary Kubiak to this spot will stay despite Gary Kubiak leaving? Or does he begin with a fresh slate? Does he go out and hire somebody outside and bring in a whole new staff? Mike Zimmer strikes me as the kind of guy that doesn't want to worry about this, right? He's so focused on the defense that the special teams and the offense are afterthoughts to him. And I think that's a big part of why Gary Kubiak was installed as the assistant head coach / offensive coordinator, was so that he could handle that side of the ball 24/7. That was his responsibility. He just basically wants the offense to take care of itself. Special teams, too. Honestly, I'm surprised we haven't heard anything about Marlon Maloof being fired yet, but I'm sure that's to come. So Mike Zimmer having to go through this once again, find a new offensive coordinator, find somebody that's going to do it his way and deal with all that again. I struggle to think that that's high on his list of priorities or things that he wants to do. So it'll be interesting to see in the next few days whether or not this report ends up being true, which I think it could be. He's been in the league for a long time and he's been coaching for a long time. This is the first real step towards the off season. It's already started. The news waits for nobody. This is the day after Detroit, which I still have to film that video. That'll be up in a bit. So let me know in the comments below. What do you think of the news? And should Gary Kubiak stay? And if he does go, who do you want to bring in as offensive coordinator? There was a tweet put out by Chad Graff from The Athletic that suggested possibly Anthony Lynn, who has worked with Gary Kubiak before, who both studied under Mike Shanahan. So that would be an interesting hire because he was fired by the Chargers today. So he is looking for new employment. But offensive coordinator ideas. Throw them out there. Let me know what you think. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.